Welcome back. You're watching Spirit of Mazlan One-on-One. We're here with Dr. Frank Cordova, and we are continuing the journey where we left off, where you're just about to leave the army. You're a captain, 12 years of service in the American Army. You've got your bachelor's degree. You've got your law degree. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. And so you're now about to go into private practice, are you, or what's the next step in?
I did an internship with a law firm in Phoenix, and then I got a job. Actually, I got a job I didn't ask for. I got a call from somebody in the Congress and said that they'd heard about me.
Okay.
And if I was interested in working in the state Congress, the state Senate in Arizona. And I said, sure, every person that is studying law wants to do that kind of work. And so I went over to the Congress, had an interview with the president of the Congress, and he offered me an internship in the Congress. It was a paid internship, so that was important.
Good, yes.
And so I worked in the state Senate for a little over 2 years, and finished my law degree and passed the bar, the Arizona bar. And the governor at that time, Fife Symington, was a very proactive governor. He had other problems, but he was very proactive as far as Mexico-American relations. They passed a couple bills. One of the bills was to establish a trade office in Mexico.
Right.
And so he opens up this trade office. I actually helped usher the bill through Congress. And in that work, I met the governor and had to work with him and his committee a couple of times, and he liked me. So he was ex-Air Force, and he liked the way I worked, and so he asked me to come and man the office in Hermosillo, the Mexico office.
Ah, so this journey comes all the way back, but you're still working for the American government.
That's correct.
Right, but now based in Mexico.
Yes.
Right.
So I come, I opened the trade office. I'd been there about 3 years. Symington leaves office. And then I was going to go home.
Okay.
I had always expected to go back to Phoenix and litigate. I'd used the reduction in forces program from the Army to get out. And so I was going to go back and litigate. But the governor of Sonora, Beltrones, asked me to stay.
Okay.
And help him in economic development in the southern part of the state of Sonora.
So now you're going to be working for the Mexican government.
Mexican government.
Mm-hmm.
And so I stayed with the Mexican government, and I didn't leave. Every time my post is up, I get a new one. And so I've been a lot of things. I've been undersecretary twice. I've been federal delegate twice. I've been general director 3 times. And now I'm on my second secretariat here in Sinaloa. When our governor was running for office, he asked for help from the Sonoran government. And I had just run the election for the governor of Sonora, and he sent me.
Okay.
He sent me to help Malova. We won. Against all odds, we won well, and he asked me to stay on as security chief.
Right.
So I was the Secretary of Public Safety for a couple of years. Wasn't fun.
No. But this is a time where you would have met the cruise ships, I would think.
That's correct. It was a very complicated time. The cruise ships had left.
Right.
Tourism had left.
Right.
We had no seats. We had no flights. And so, as Secretary of Tourism, the Secretary of Public Safety, the governor asked me to help the Secretary of Tourism, Oralia Rice, get the cruise ships back.
Right.
Because the issue was really an issue of perceived insecurity.
Yes, perception, reality.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so we started a program with Carnival, a very aggressive program where every week, literally, I would send in a report on how we were doing in southern Sinaloa. Mm-hmm. To reduce violence, to reduce crime, to put stability on the streets.
Right.
And after many trips, most of those the governor accompanied me with. We went to Miami, we went to Colombia, we went everywhere looking to get the cruise ships back. We were finally able to be successful, and they started coming back in 2013.
Right.
At that time, I had some incidences in public safety, and the governor asked me to come and serve as tourism director.
Secretary of Tourism.
Yep.
So right now then, we've kind of come all this way to the point of talking to you about what you've achieved, what your team has achieved during this period where obviously the difficulties that everybody faced, to now where things are looking up.
Yeah.
And that's an understatement. So what we'll do is we'll come back and deal with that in the next show. And thank you again. And we'll be back soon. And keep watching. Thank you for watching Spirit of Mazatlan 1-on-1.